guys, so today I thought I would just get started on my wedding planning series. It's just going to be a bit of a chatty video today, talking about where we are in the planning process. I think I will probably do a few more like specific videos about like the different parts of the planning, so like things to think about for like when you're choosing a photographer or your venue, that kind of thing, because I think that will be quite helpful. But I just thought today I just wanted to get started and talk to you about what we've actually, the decisions we've made and what we are up to. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy it, and if you have any suggestions for any videos in this sort of series, let me know, because I'm really excited about doing it. It's kind of just a fun thing to talk about, and I'd love to hear from you if you're getting married or if you have any suggestions. So we've been engaged for about 7 months now, so since December, and we're not actually getting married until November 2017. So it's almost going to be 2 years between when we got engaged and when we're actually getting married. We didn't intend for it at the start to be such a long engagement, but it just worked out that way. And to be honest, we're actually really pretty happy with it, because it means that we can just sort of take our time with the wedding planning and can just be quite relaxed, no stress about getting things done in a short space of time. So yeah, that's that. We have booked most of the bigger things, so we've got our reception venue sorted out, the church, our photographer and our videographer, and I've actually just recently found my wedding dress, which is very exciting, so I will probably do a separate video all about that process. I'll just get started talking to you about what we did when we sort of got back from Tasmania, where we got engaged and started getting things sorted. The first thing I did was go out and buy this wedding planner journal thing. I'm a bit stationery obsessed, and particularly with the brand called Kikki K. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but they have absolutely awesome stationery, and this is where this is from. It's just a beautiful journal that has a really good list of all the things that you should be doing, and it's separated into lots of different sections with actually some blank pages at the end, which is what I really like, so you can jot down your own notes and don't have to sort of follow their format for everything. If you're interested, I can do a video going more in depth into that, but sometimes those can probably be a bit boring, so just let me know, and if anyone wants it, I'll do it. But yeah, I just wanted something small that I could take around everywhere and just write everything down in one place. It's not the neatest thing because I've got notes scribbled all through it, but I don't know, I really have been finding this quite useful, because it just gives you some ideas on things that you might not have thought of yet, and it just gives you a place to start. They've actually got a really beautiful new cover design, which is, I think it's the same journal, but the cover it says wedding notes in this beautiful gold foil print, and I kind of wish I got that one because it came out like just after I bought this, but you know, this one's good. This one's nice too. So the first step with the planning is really just making a guest list, so you've got a rough idea of how many people you're going to be having at your wedding, and then obviously you can start doing all the rest of the venue searching and that kind of thing. This has actually been a bit stressful for us. I didn't think it was going to be, but it has actually been, because Tom and I would actually probably be really happy just to have a small intimate ceremony and just a small wedding with like our immediate family and friends and that kind of thing. But that's not really going to be possible, and we are the first in our families to be getting married. So it's obviously really exciting for everyone, and our parents are really excited about it. And so they have friends that they want to invite, and family friends, and we've actually both got quite large families. Well, Tom's family particularly, to give you an idea, he has about 20 cousins, so it's quite large. A lot of them are younger, so they probably won't all be coming to the wedding, but just to give you an idea of the sort of family numbers that we're talking about. So we've actually got our list to about 120 people, but it's not finalised. It could go to like 130, 140, depending on, our parents have a lot of people that they feel like they need to invite and they want to invite, and I don't know, some people say that, you know, it's your wedding, you should do what you want and only have the people that you really want there, but I think it's for your family as well, and if they would really, it's important to them that certain people be invited. I'm not too fussed. Obviously, I think it's amazing when people can just have a really intimate wedding, and I would like to do that, but I don't think it's going to turn out that way for us, and we're okay with that. We did very briefly consider the idea of having our wedding in Tasmania, just because it's so beautiful there, and we thought, oh, we could just do something really small, and it would be just a beautiful, special time, because that's where we got engaged. But then we realised that it was going to be just a bit too hard for our grandparents to get there, and they are so excited about us getting married, so we obviously couldn't do that. We did then consider having it down south, maybe, down in Margaret River. It's just a beautiful place down in the country, but we just figured it's probably going to be a bit more complicated, and it will just be a lot easier for the planning side of things, but also just everyone in terms of getting down there. It would just be easy to have it in Perth. So in terms of venues, we looked at, went and looked at about 3 different venues. We had done a lot of research online as well, and there's so many places around, there's so many options, and I think some of the best recommendations are usually just from people that you know, or people who've gotten married recently, like Tom's cousins. They had a beautiful wedding, and we considered that venue for a little while. But while a lot of these places are really, really nice, the thing that was frustrating to us is that you're kind of locked into their food and drinks packages a lot of the time, and like, you know, using their particular caterer. And well, for the main thing was a lot of these places, the drinks packages are so expensive. There was one place we went to, and actually a few of them, where the drinks were just like $65 per person, like per head, and that wasn't even including food. So when you times that by like 120, you're looking at over $7,000 in drinks, and that's just drinks alone. So it ends up being really expensive, and I wanted to be able to put that money towards something else that was sort of more important to us. So what we've actually decided to do, and this is actually my mum's idea first, she suggested it, we're going to have the wedding in their garden. So it's going to be a backyard wedding at my parents' house, which I'm really, really excited about. We're having the ceremony at a church nearby, and then we'll come back for the reception. It's pretty cool because it means that we have full control over like the caterer, the drinks, what like decorations we want to do, that kind of thing. And my parents have a really nice garden, so once we got that idea in our heads, we did visit a few other venues just to be certain that that's what we wanted to do, but once we had the idea in our heads, we sort of couldn't get it out. So it's really pretty cool and really special that we get to have it at my parents' home. Because we are having it at their house, my mum did want us to get a planner to help with setting up on the day, and just making sure everything would run smoothly so that they don't have to stress about it. So we actually found an awesome wedding planner, stylist called Jess from Butcher Baker Stylist Creator, I think it is. I'll link it down below. And she just seemed really awesome. I love all her work, and like the weddings that she puts together are just incredible. So I'm so excited that we actually get to work with her. And I actually found her on Instagram a long time ago. I was sort of stalking her for quite a while, and I'm just so excited that we have her helping for our wedding, because she's awesome, and she was actually really excited about the idea of backyard weddings, so that is pretty cool. We've also chosen our photographer, and her name is Katie Grant. I'm so excited. I love her photos. She's actually a film photographer, and her photos are just so dreamy and like classic and timeless, and that's really what I wanted. I think I'll go more into that in a separate video, because like just how I ended up sort of choosing her for our photographer, because I think the photographer is one of the most important things. So I'm really excited to have got that sorted out. And we've actually also just recently booked our videographer, which I had been like looking at so many videographers in our area in Perth, and Like, there's some awesome ones, but their style just wasn't really what I was looking for. And then at a bridal fair that I went to, we actually found Natalie, who's going to be our videographer from Auburn Hour Films, and it's quite a new, recent, I think she's just sort of recently started up with it. She's been like a filmmaker for quite some time, and her work is just awesome. So I'll actually put links to all these people in the description bar, and if you happen to be in Perth, I don't know if anyone is, that could be a little bit helpful for you. So we didn't actually end up having an engagement party. I don't know why really, we just weren't that keen on it, and we thought it was like another thing to plan, to be honest. So we instead just sort of celebrated individually with our friends, and we had a really nice dinner with our immediate families. So that was good. Our parents got together, and obviously they'd met before quite a few times because we've been going out for 6 years. But so it was nice just to get together and celebrate just in like a small, simple way. I feel like I've been talking for a long time, so I'm going to leave it at that for today. Do tell me if you have any suggestions or ideas for videos or any questions, and yeah, I'll see you in my next one.